relaxation time, Darkside Phil. No! Some moments should really stay private. Just ask this guy.
They think that it's like 100% for real, and that's my personality, and I'm a sore loser and all that. You're all idiots.
This Twitch user had the bad idea of prematurely turning on his camera. Right before starting the live stream, he gives himself a short break to relax. Okay, let's not beat around the bush here. It kind of looks like he's touching himself. This extremely embarrassing moment lasts for about a minute and a half and shows a man who is deep in concentration and basically not at all expecting to be seen in action. His reaction when he realizes he's live is extreme discomfort, to say the least. Okay, we feel kind of bad for him.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Wow. I mean, the Watch Mojo video, if you watch all 10, I'll have the link in the description below. Check it out, like, it's pretty damn funny. But man, having Phil at number 1 was great. Now, what was his reaction? DSP, did you see your number 1 on a Watch Mojo list? That moment made it to number 1. Yeah, and again, Watch Mojo totally effed up their list. With a complete misinformation, lol. I mean, it's pretty easy to do 5 seconds of research, but they rarely get a million views for misreporting a garbage countdown. Technically, it was like 10 Twitch live streaming accidents, and his moment was on YouTube, but here's the thing. It wasn't on Twitch, and I wasn't live by accident. Wait a minute. It wasn't an accident? What? What do you mean it wasn't an accident? You mean you purposely jerked off in front of a bunch of little kids? I mean, obviously, first, I was scratching my leg. Then he finally did admit that he was jerking off, but it was an accident. Now, here he is saying it wasn't an accident. It was not an accident. What? Which means, again, he would be admitting that he jerked off in front of a bunch of little kids on purpose. Wow. Next. I saw this like I had to share it with you guys. Right? No. Game. Gonna. Guy. Time. Yeah. I'm surprised they don't have on there, but I guess that's technically not a word. Although if they did it for just from yesterday's stream, it probably would have been not an accident right in the front. Because again, it wasn't on Twitch and I wasn't live by accident. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? It wasn't an accident? I'm still not able to get over that. Well, cleanse the palate a little bit. Watch this. Dun, dun, dun. My first ever DSP fan art. Found the picture of a woman crying. How do I turn this emotional baggage into cold hard cash? I don't know. How do you? Let's ask DSP, because he's a master of that. This whole depression thing going on. Even though he doesn't have it. But yeah, it's like, well, I only have MS Paint. But I want to do this. It's going to look like shit, but people have pointed out on Twitter, like, yeah, it looks like shit, but it looks better than half the shit that gets posted on DSP's forums that he actually uses, so, doing better than most of them. Anyways, moving on to the next segment. He's been playing the game Vampire. Looks really cool. I'm interested in it. I don't have the time right now, because after I beat through Detroit Become Human a couple more playthroughs, whatever, because I want to try to get as many different twist endings as possible, I'm going to move on to Bloodborne. Then, I don't know what I'm going to do after that, but I don't have time. But here's the thing. At least I know how to say vampire. Game devs. The game is pronounced vampire. DSP. How do you pronounce it? It's a mystery. Dude, the devs say it's pronounced vampire, but what is it? I don't get it. I hope this didn't actually happen. It did. This actually happened. They said, everyone, yes, it's spelled with a Y, but it's pronounced vampire. And he's all, well, how is it pronounced? Vampire? No, it's pronounced vampire, according to the people who made the damn game. Again, they spell it with a Y to make it stand out, but it's still pronounced vampire. Again, his playthrough is complete total garbage. The 6 minutes I saw last night was him running around in circles threatening to look up a guide online because the game wasn't clear enough. He actually admitted to using a guide during an Unravel 2. Surprisingly enough, that's right, he actually admitted to that. But like when he was doing Bloodborne, he'd be like, "Oh man, I'm stuck. I know. I need to go take a shit. I'll be back." 20 minutes later, "Wow, I had an epiphany while I was taking a shit. Here's how you beat this boss." Like, no, you went on YouTube and you looked up a guide how to beat that boss. Hell, during a lot of things, like, he's looking at his chat, and then he looks at something else. Like, what is he looking at? Like, oh, we figured out. He's looking at a guide. That's how he's like, oh man, Maria's coming. I mean, I've never played this part before. I don't know who's behind that door, even though I just said it was Maria. It's like, well, how do you know it was Maria behind the door? Unless he's using a fucking guide, which he was. Now, mind you, when I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, especially during, well, not for most of the gameplay. I don't think it did anything for the quests. It was just the collectibles where I'd get stuck like, okay, according to the map, it's here. Where is it? I can't find it. So I'd be like, all right, guys, checking the Google machines. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then find the collectible. Like, that's what I did. And I have no issue admitting that I had to use the guide. When I was doing trying to do 100% armor on Dead Nation, I was like, all right, I'm looking up the guide. Like, how did I miss one? I'm using a guide and I still missed one. I would only get 98% found. It's like, are you kidding me? That was annoying as all get out. But, of course, I'm pretty sure he's playing Vampire on his PS4. Someone offers to donate an Xbox One X. He goes off on a rant about how this won't solve his problems. He's not ungrateful, and how he also needs a PS4 Pro with it. My main console is PS4. Stupid! What good is an Xbox One X to me? I am not ungrateful for the offer, even though he's clearly ungrateful. But you really are stupid if you think I play Xbox enough to warrant needing an X. I just don't get it. Someone is offering you an Xbox One X and your reaction is, I want a PS4 Pro too. But why does he need a PS4 Pro? He's been struggling for a year trying to get that PS4 Pro donated to him. Guess he thinks he shouldn't have to pay for a console again after that Switch was donated. Which only collects dust because guess what? He can't monetize Nintendo games on YouTube. Obviously he can get money for like, oh hey, pay this much money on Patreon, I'll play this. And then have people throw him bits, tips, and cheers and gain subs while playing it. But that's not good enough. He can't just double dip, he has to triple dip his games. When he can't triple dip a game, he doesn't want to play it. Like everything to do with Nintendo. But again, why does he need a PS4 Pro? Phil, my audio went out again. Fucking PS4. Gets him, stumbles over to it. Off camera shouting, work you piece of shit. Bang, bang. Just to find out it's the headset, because when he's playing, the audio doesn't cut out. Like you're watching a live stream of him playing a game, the audio does not cut out. It only cuts out for him. Which means it's not the PlayStation, it's his headset. So go ahead, buy another PS4 Pro or get one of your piggies to donate one to you. It's still going to cut out, you know why? Because it's the headset. Terrible. And then last but not least, I'm getting real nervous that my PS4 will die soon. Real talk, I think it is. I don't have money for another one. Hint, hint, pay pigs. Time to save some money then, or use the Patreon you set up for this purpose. Or, wait. You deliberately put yourself in crippling debt to play Street Fighter. No joke. When he went to EVO, when he went to all these other tournaments along the East Coast, he put that on a loan. He got a bank loan. And he also used credit cards. He didn't pay for any of it. He used a bank loan and credit cards, which then he had to pay back with a ton of interest. Mind you, this is a guy who only pays bare minimum. That's right. He doesn't go, alright, well, I only owe $35 a month, but if I want to pay off some of the interest, I got to pay at least $80. No, he pays the $35 a month, which means he's not even paying off the interest. So it's like, oh, I had $1,000 in debt. Now I'm up to $1,200, but I've made 8 payments. Because you're not even covering the interest. And obviously he has way more than $1,000, but just an example. And of course, he bought a house he literally can't afford and still wants to keep for some reason instead of getting rid of the condo. Now, with the hole in the roof was fixed, but the hole was there for several months, so snow getting in and melting, rain getting in, maybe a mold issue, which may get it condemned. It was like, oh, it's only worth $40,000, but I owe $100,000. Well, then refinance the mansion, Because hey, he has like $100,000 in equity. Oh, put $100,000 towards the condo. You owe nothing. Sell it for 40 grand. Use that 40 grand, pay off your credit cards. Now you have even less debt. Yes, you owe more in payments on the mansion, but it's not going to be $1,500 a month more. Plus, like sewer coverage. Because even when you don't live in a place, if it has sewers and all that, you have to pay a sewer payment. And of course, his credit cards. If he pays those off, then that's saving a shit ton of money every month. It's like, well, I went from paying this much to paying $800 more. Well, you're still saving over $700 a month. Which then you could put into a savings account and save up and then pay off the mansion faster. But of course, he won't do that because, dude, there's nothing I could do, dude. Nothing I could do. That and that condo's his fallback. If whatever happens to his channel or to his Twitch or to his Patreon and he has to sell the house and move back to the condo's there. Like, that's his fallback. So that's why he refuses to get rid of it. What do you guys people think? I mean, yeah, I get it. It was Twitch live stream accidents and he jerked off in front of a bunch of kids on YouTube and then has now admitted that it wasn't an accident. But still. And also, check out the rest of the list. It's a pretty funny video. I like the video. It's a good channel to watch for when you get bored. So yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, do you think it deserved to be number 1 on the list? Do you think there was something on the list that should have been higher? Or something that happened not DSP related that should have been on the list? I mean, there's been plenty of people who've accidentally masturbated on live stream. But DSP is probably the most infamous because he has 184,000 followers on YouTube and however many tens of thousands on Twitch, not counting his subs. Let's hope I never have that kind of accident. Or if I do, that I don't save it and then make it public again a few years down the line. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.